Good evening, everybody. I am Aaron Norris. I'm going to be your MC for just a little bit this evening. I'm going to ask you to stand one more time, as it has become a tradition. If you're in the audience tonight honoring someone who has dealt with cancer or is currently dealing with cancer, can you please stand? Thank you. Thank you very much. In 2004, while working the night shift in New York City, I received a phone call. Mom informed me that the cancer had spread to bone. In that moment, the reason I was in New York City didn't even matter anymore, and about 5 months later, I was back in California. For 6 years, I had the greatest honor of being there by her side for someone. She's just a very amazing person, and very many of you in the audience got to meet her, and it was an honor to be by her side. At times, it still does not seem very real, and the word helpless does a horrible job at describing how it feels to watch somebody that you love struggle with something so cruel and unforgiving. I know there are several of us in the audience that are currently dealing with this reality right now. I look forward to this night every year. I get to see many of my favorite people all in one room. You're all dressed up and looking very different, might I add. I get to be a fly on the wall for some brilliant conversation. And tonight, for just once, I don't feel so helpless. Tonight, we're all making a difference, and tonight together, we've raised over $76,000 for charity. This year, we had an opportunity to help two important charities. The focus still on cancer, children being the spotlight. I'd like to call up Sara Pizzarusso, I really hope I didn't slaughter that, with Make-A-Wish to share with us a little bit about their mission and what we've helped them accomplish tonight.
Here, Mama.
Well, the ball is bigger. Oh, then he fumbled. He fumbled.
Our son was a Make-A-Wish recipient. His wish was to meet a football team, and they presented him with being able to come here to the Coliseum to meet with the USC Trojans, and he has had a wonderful day, way above what we expected would happen.
That is California with one timeout remaining. First and goal to go. And the clock starts. He's got a man over the middle. Opening for the corner. Trojan,
What'd you score?
A touchdown.
Hey.
That's what I'm talking about.
What do you tell him?
Jeff Fucci, who's our player operations guy, he told us that there was going to be a young kid who had been dealing with a couple health issues, and that he'd be coming out here for Make-A-Wish. And as soon as I heard that, I instantly told him, give me his number. I want to be involved. I want to do whatever I can to make this day as special as possible.
McLean go? Where's McLean? There he is.
Just to see the joy and excitement for him to, running down the field and me missing tackles and him dodging me and just having a good time was really just so fulfilling and so much fun for me. I feel like as human beings, this is what life is all about, and it's so fulfilling to have an opportunity to make a kid's day.
To have USC do something for somebody who's not necessarily a Trojan fan, but now will be for life. Just absolutely fantastic. This is what being the Trojan's all about, is for USC to be able to give back to the community.
play football in a real football stadium with real football players. And today, thanks to our friends with the USC Trojans, we were able to make that wish come true.
I believe that my son's wish was fulfilled greatly. This is a day that he'll cherish forever.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you, Aaron. And to all of the Trojans in the room, fight on. As you already know, at Make-A-Wish, we grant wishes for kids with life-threatening medical conditions. Our mission is to enrich the human experience with hope, strength, and joy. Now, it seems pretty obvious that granting a child's wish would give our wish kids hope, strength, and joy. But the surprising part is how that mission extends well beyond just our wish kids. A few months ago, we met 5-year-old McLean, who was battling a rare blood disease. Despite a recent bone marrow transplant, he faces years of treatment ahead. A huge football fan, McLean's simple wish was to play football in a real football stadium with real football players. He wanted to yell, "Hike, hike, hike," and throw the ball to a real football player. But he had one rule for us. It had to be for a red team. Now, you just saw how McLean's day unfolded. He spent over an hour running plays on the field at the LA Coliseum, tackling and, of course, yelling, "Hike, hike, hike," before the game. He toured the press box. He conducted the Trojan marching band and the school's fight song at halftime. And yes, he met the song girls. Now, I knew as his wish was being planned how it might change this little football fan's life, but I wasn't prepared for the ripple effect. You see, I spent that day with McLean's parents. They told me that it's rare that McLean leaves his dad's side most of the time. He's shy and a little tentative. He's about half the size of kids his own age. But that day, Dad was challenged to keep up with McLean as he ran around chasing his new teammates. I realized then that the wish didn't just give McLean hope, strength, and joy. It gave the same to his parents. And now, as we continue to tell stories about that day, I've noticed something even more amazing. It wasn't even just the family that received a wish that day. It was the players and the coaches on the team. It was the volunteers who helped put it together. It was the band and the song girls. And it was the crowd in the stadium, thousands of us in just that one afternoon. McLean's wish left us all filled with hope, strength, and joy. And that's the power of Make-A-Wish. This year, our chapter will grant 335 wishes like McLean's for kids from Orange County and the Inland Empire. That's one every 26 hours. We will also assist with over 400 wishes for kids who visit us from all over the world to see sites like Disneyland or meet their favorite celebrity. Unfortunately, according to the Center for Disease Control, we are currently reaching only about half of the eligible kids in our area. But thanks to your support here tonight, you'll help us reach our goal to make sure that every kid facing a life-threatening medical condition will have the opportunity to live out their one truest wish and make memories, just like McLean's. On behalf of everyone at Make-A-Wish, our staff, our volunteers, our board of directors, and most importantly, our wish kids, I thank each and every one of you here tonight, and especially our incredible friends at the Norris Group for your support. With friends like you, we can help turn life-threatening illnesses into life-affirming triumphs. Thank you again.
Next, I would like to introduce, was I too loud? I'd like to introduce Lainey Strauss with St. Jude Children's Research Hospital.
Brady, if I could describe him in one word, would be a handful. Basically whatever he doesn't have at the moment he wants, but as soon as he has it, he doesn't want it anymore. He's so playful and so goofy at some point, but if he doesn't get what he wants, he has a little attitude. But I guess if I went through what he's gone through, I'd have an attitude too, huh? on our mind. It wasn't even a possibility. That's not what we were thinking. We were thinking he could be blind, you know, and that's why he couldn't focus on anything. When we got up here, they considered him blind. And now we've got to the day where we can work with lights on and he can pick a penny off the ground, and if you drop a Cheerio, he's gonna go over there and try to eat it. It was amazing. I mean, it wasn't something that I thought was gonna happen. It's still a possibility until he's 5 that we could lose both eyes. I mean, we still struggle with that right now. But I think whether he has his eyes or not, that he will make the best of his life.
You do it by yourself. Do it by yourself. He is obviously so active and so engaged with his environment and so curious. And we just want to foster that. We just want to encourage that. This is a child and this is a family. This is a life. Good job. And there's more to life than this disease.
Here we go. Here we go. St. Jude's is the best place possible. They save lives. And one day, they will find the cure for cancer. But that day isn't today. There's still a work in progress. And as long as cancer's here, you know, we need people researching and finding new ways to help our children.
Those get me. No matter how many times I see those videos and meet the patients and see the families, I am always moved, and it always makes me cry. I just want to thank every single person in this room tonight, because you are making our work possible. Every individual donation that comes to us is used to help children like Braden. It takes $1.8 million a day to run the hospital. And that is just that hospital. We do coordinate our work with all the local hospitals. Many of our children are too ill to travel. And so we will create protocols specifically for each child. So that involves something that some of you may have heard of called the Genome Project. It's something that we can actually create care individually for each patient. They create their own medications on site, because many of these medications are not available through normal pharmaceutical companies. They don't create them because they're too expensive, and we create medications that children can take. They cannot take the same medications that adults take. We cover flights for the patients to come to St. Jude if they need to come to the hospital in Memphis. We cover groceries for the family so that they can eat together as a family. We don't just treat the illness, we treat the patient, we treat the family, and we care for them as a whole. As you can imagine, the type of things that happen to a family when one of their children is ill is just unimaginable. The suffering and the pain that happens to the parents, to the other children, to the relatives, and what it does to those families is something I hope you never have to experience. So what St. Jude does is to try to make the experience as positive as possible, to take away the fear. The patients don't have to pay $1 for their treatment. All of the money that we raise goes to pay for those treatments, so that the patients don't ever have to worry about the bills. They don't have to worry about going bankrupt over their care. Acute leukemia is the most common form of childhood cancer, and 50 years ago it was 4% rate of survival. Today is 94%. So it used to be a death sentence to get cancer as a child, or sickle cell. They have developed treatments now for sickle cell, and we're proud to say we can now cure it with bone marrow transplants. We are currently working on the first proton beam in the world that can target cancer cells without killing the surrounding cells. This will now give us the ability to kill brain tumors that were previously inoperable. Another yay. And this is all from the donations from people like you, so hopefully we never have to go through this personally. We never have to lose our mothers, our fathers, and we never have to see any more of these beautiful children suffering with these life-threatening illnesses. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you from all the children of St. Jude, and thank you to the Norris Group.
There's no space over here.
On behalf of both of us at Make-A-Wish and St. Jude, we're really proud to present this plaque to the Norris Group and to I Survived Real Estate, commemorating a child's wish that they have adopted, a girl from Riverside who recently wished to have a fancy dinner. And she I thought it was perfectly appropriate for tonight. So thank you so much on behalf of both of us.
She should have come. She should have come. You know what? They're going to be out in the hallway with some material if you'd like, and there's also one other. There's a vacation with a cause. We have somebody in the audience who donated a 10-day getaway to Sealy Lake, Montana at a private residence. And it's during, oh gosh, where's the word? It's during, the Tamarack and Brew Festival. So we're going to do the drawing after dessert. So, all right. As always, none of this programming is possible without all of your support. And just really quickly, thank you ForeclosureRadar, Invest Club for Women, San Diego Creative Investors Association, the San Jose Real Estate Investors Association, WebAtomy, White House Catering, MVT Productions, and Investors Workshops. There's some more that I'm going to be reading after dessert to quiet everybody down because it's really hard to do. I'd also like to thank Diana Barley, who has done probably at least and the reason people cheer is because they know how many seat changes have happened over the last 48 hours. To Richard Durant, Vicky, Rhonda, Robin, and everyone at the Norris Group who helped out today, thank you. It's always a pleasure getting the honor to work with you.